All right, so I had mentioned that I don't like the way that this is set up. So I'm actually going to do some changes because this just looks just horrible if we go to like the smaller devices. And we gotta assume that there are some iPhone 4s out there. So we need to make sure it looks just as nice for the iPhone 7 as it does for like the 7 Plus or even the SE and whatnot. And plus, I want some scrolling action in here. So, because we might have more text than this. And so and that's the whole entire idea behind this is to actually write a lot of text about the idea if need be. So what I am going to do is actually redo all of this. I know in the prior video I mentioned a lot about stack and all that stuff, but I'm going to undo a lot of this because it's just way too much to deal with. So let's go ahead and select our stack view and let's clear the constraints. And then let's see if I can move the stack view a little bit out of the way. Okay, so I'm moving the stack view a little bit out of the way so that I can have some room here to add a scroll view. Now I already have scroll view here, but if you delete it, if you go to object library and then just type in scroll, that's the only version that you'll have. So let's go ahead and put this on the view. I'm just going to center it there, and then I'm going to resize it. Okay, it's a little bit big, but that's okay. Go ahead and shrink it up a little bit. Okay, so that's my scroll view. Just use this as scroll view there. Awesome. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to set its height. So right now it's a really odd number here, so I'm just going to set it to 1,000, just make it nice and easy. Now the constraint. And now I'm going to move this up to under the view. Okay, so now we have it under the view. So I'm going to add some more constraints here. Now, if you're wondering what the heck I'm doing, with scroll view, it's a little bit odd. So there's really, this is the extent of what's for working with scroll views, but basically we need to define the size and position of the scroll view's frame within its super view and the size of the scroll view's content area. And it says all of these can be set using auto layout. And so that's what I'm going to be using is auto layout. So this just gives some guidelines about what to do. So we have to add the scroll view to the scene, which I did. And now we have to draw the constraints to define the size and position. And then add the view to the scroll view. So I'm going to have to add the stack view to the scroll view. Okay, so let's go ahead and set the constraints. So if you hold down the Option key, you should get this wonderful like little pointy thing. We've worked with this before, so we're just going to hover over the view. We get some options here. Go ahead and hold down the Command key. What I want is 1, center horizontally and vertically in container. Then I want to set the vertical spacing to the top layout guide, so up here. And I want the leading space to count container margin. Okay, and if I hit enter, it should add all of those. Now it's going to give me some errors and stuff like that. There's some conflicting constraints. We'll work on these later. I'm not going to work on it right now. Actually, yeah, because I do actually want all 4 of these. So just drag this over so you can see it. So I do want leading margin. Actually, I don't want that. I want scroll view center X, center Y, top. Hmm. Okay, let's delete that one because I'm not sure why I did that. Let's see here. Let's try adding that. So view leading leading margin. There you go. Leading margin. Oh, should be just leading. So scroll view leading equals leading margin, and it shouldn't be +4, it should be -4. Okay, so here we go. um, yes, that's what I have it set to. Okay, so the next thing I need to do is I need to set the stack view inside of the scroll view, and I need to reset all the constraints for the stack view. So let me go ahead and put that under the scroll view, like so. And now I'm going to just move the stack view into the same area as the scroll view. Okay. And now I need to set its constraints as well. So first thing I need to do is set its height, the same height as the scroll view, which is 1,000. Okay. So height does equal 1,000. Actually, no. Let's undo that. Just going to delete that. So let's do control and drag. So I do want, so hit the command, I do want leading space to container, trailing space to container, top space to container, bottom space to container, and I want to center it horizontally. So bottom should not be -8. Let's do +31. We have leading shouldn't be +4, it should be 0. Should be right on it. Trailing should also be 0, it shouldn't be 4. Top should not be +8, it should be 4. Sorry, it should be 0. Okay, so it's like snug. It's like perfectly snug inside there. Bottom is +30. So I have X, trailing, bottom 31. Sorry, let's do this in order. Sorry, I have this written down, so give me a second. So leading equals leading, true. Top equals top, true. Trailing equals stack view trailing, true. Bottom, and then center X. Okay, so I have all 5. So I had to make sure that I had all of them. All right, so now it's nice and snug in there. And as you see, the some of this stuff has like removed out of the way. So I'm actually going to select the default image here. Actually, no, I'm not going to select it. Yeah, I'm going to select it. No, I'm not. we'll leave it as is. So as you see, the image view is complete. It's like more than half off the screen. Same with our button, it's way off the screen as well, which is fine. We don't have to really worry about that. So let's go ahead and give this a quick test here. So let's hit the run button. And let's see what happens. All right, so here is our screen. Let's see if it works, and it does. Yay! So now we have some wonderful like scrolling action here. And then if we click inside of our thing, let's do keyboard. So we're toggling the keyboard here. We'll do some copy and paste. Copy that. And then paste. Paste. So now we got some like nice like scrolling action inside of our text box, which is perfect. And let's hit done. And now we can scroll even inside of our text field, which is nice. And then we can also scroll here as well. And that's exactly kind of what I wanted. You see it stops just enough so we can hit that button. And I think I'm gonna create some space in there, maybe make this button a little bit bigger. I haven't decided yet. But there's still some finagling that needs to be done to make this look perfect, but I kind of just wanted to introduce the scroll view. I've never seen any like stuff about working with scroll view, so I kind of had to learn myself, which was interesting and challenging all at the same time. Okay, so that's how we implement the scroll view and incorporating the stack view in it as well. Actually, there is something I do want to do. I do want to set the height for this because, like I said, there's no constraints for the height. So let's just make this a nice even number. Let's do 400. Let's do 450. Oh, and everything goes out of whack. All right, so that is going to be your homework. If you want to make it a little bit smaller, which I kind of do, you can try to figure out how to add the constraint for the height. So I'm actually going to undo that. Okay, so now it's working again. Okay, great. So there we go. That's how you work with scroll view.